Hey, Moon. Saw you back there. How'd you like looking up at us for one? Were you affected by that? I mean, were people just flying past you like, ah? Did anyone land on you, actually? That's even more curious. Oh, we're going upside down.
All right. I had like 3 different things I was going to respond to that with, but you just kind of kept going. Skibbity bop.
Does this need a drinking game? Take a drink every time I have to play the Eulogy of Emptiness to...
No. Did you not see the Shadow episode? I killed the drinking game. It's dead. It's over. I killed it.
With fire.
As much fire as I could reasonably get away with without obscuring too much of the screen.
You still obscured a lot of the screen.
I sure did. Worf.
I hope it was, because he blew himself up. He's dead now.
Hey.
Quick, take them to their fellow fairies of the same color.
Right. Warp the fuck out of here. Goodbye, Stone Tower. It's been real.
Wow. Well, we were both right.
I'm gonna preemptively say that I was more right, but go on.
When we were traveling here, and I was saying the fairy collection could not be worse than it was in the underwater temple.
Ah.
It was not, in fact, worse. However, there were, in fact, a fuck ton more Switch puzzles. So you were correct when you said I had not even seen Switch puzzles yet. I believe your exact words were, bro, you haven't even seen Switch puzzles yet.
Sometimes you just gotta bring it to bro level to show when shit's real.
So it is...
It's up the hill on the right.
Over the river and through the woods?
Well, it is over a river, but the river's dried up. And it is past some trees, but the trees are all dead. So, yes and no. Time to claim our final reward.
Woo!
And I do gotta congratulate you, Rob, because with this, you have I've never gotten this.
Really?
I never got all 15 in Stone Tower. I never bothered.
Well, compassionate young one, I have the great fairy of kindness.
Kindness, okay.
Cute.
So I was wondering what they were gonna do after power, wisdom, and courage.
I grant you the fairy's sword.
The fairy sword.
You got the great fairy sword.
Soul Calibur 2, right?
Yes. With the black roses etched into it, the great fairy sword is the most powerful of all blades.
Of all blades. Like, implying that it's more powerful than the Master Sword. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about the Great Fairy Sword.
Well, first of all, it doesn't exist, because that's the Gilded Sword.
Yes, that's because it's not a normal sword, it's a sea item.
So it's this game's Big Organ Sword?
Right. So
oh, wow.
If you hit, that's the thing you got to get used to. If
oh
you
my
hit
word.
B, you'll switch back to the Great Sword. You've got to swing it with C. And again, if you say Big Gorgon Sword one more time, I'm gonna slap you. Because it's the Big Goron Sword. It was made by the Big Goron.
Oh my word.
Anyway, how about we save our progress before the game crashes?
Good idea! Okay, what is... my word. 1, 2, 3... because the bottom right is the...
right.
the Fierce Deity.
That's Fierce Deity.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are 5 masks you're missing.
One of which is Kaife's.
Oh, the yellow mask he wears?
Yes.
Yeah, that's called the Keaton mask.
Oh, Keaton.
Because you actually do already have a mask that's called Keifi's mask, which is why I was confused. There's Keifi's mask, and then there's the mask that Keifi's has. Which is a totally different thing. Actually, we have reached end game, so on our next time loop, we will begin trying to collect all the masks.
And I need to do title deed quest.
Oh, yeah, sure, get more pieces of heart.
Yeah.
We'll probably do some stuff around town. Basically, we're just gonna knock out all the side quests before we go for endgame.
Woo!
Full disclosure, I may need a guide for some of those, because my memory ain't perfect, and messing up the timing on some of these, such as
what happened
the mailman quest, for example, could require a total reset and be very annoying if our timing is just a little bit off, so we may be using some reference material for that.
And with this, the game is saved.
Yes. No longer shall we need to suffer through the Elegy of Emptiness.
I am no drinking game, I acknowledge it, but I honestly want to know how many times I played that song in that temple. I'm surprised no one reacts to this mask that I'm just on my back. You'd think I'd get a few stares at least.
That's one of the few things you have that is not a mask. First of all. Second, most people, when they're talking to you, can't see it because it's on your back.
I suppose.
Hey, did you know I'm a frog? Alright, so we've been playing Majora's Mask for a while now, Rob, and it's finally time to bring it on home.
Alright, let's do this.
We're gonna, because we're such cool guys, we're gonna go for all the masks. God, I hope this pulls you to him. Yes! Alright, that's good too. So we're missing 5 masks. Number 1 is gonna be the Mask of Truth from the Skulltula house. You may recognize this as one of the few masks that was also in Ocarina of Time. Go over there and cut that grass. Go over there and do it.
What grass?
Not that grass.
Which grass?
Grass over there.
Over where? Kick. Red Ruby.
This wood-on-wood violence has got to stop.
Well, what's my...
That was a joke, everybody. Good night.
Keep your day job. What's my hat made out of? Is my hat wood?
That was also a joke. What? No, why would your hat be wood?
I don't know.
Your hat is just your hat. It's like one of the few things about you that hasn't changed.
Time to... Ow!
Time to dragonfly, right? That's what you were gonna say?
Clearly.
That's what that guy... I mean, he had his opinion on what time it was.
He had his agenda.
And you had yours.
Alright.
Two kinda...
Hi, dog.
Yes, hello.
I'm not a monster.
You may have noticed that the mask is actually part of his face at the moment.
Oh, you're right. I'm coming for you, spiders!
We're gonna try to make this exhilarating, but it's not gonna be easy.
It's kind of a trek.
Oh, no.
Alright. So, 13th one.
I figure, Rob. Here's what I figure.
Okay.
Here's what I figure, Rob.
What do you figure?
Alright, here's what I figure. I figure that this is what I'm figuring. That while we're waiting, while we're passing the time, while we're doing this, while we're doing stuff, while we're hunting these things, I'm figuring this. This is what I'm figuring. I figure we should read Ben Drowned.
Oh!
Because you have not experienced this yet, correct?
I'm sorry, I still hear one in this room and it's driving me nuts.
You're gonna want to land in those pots.
In them?
Those big old urns.
In them.
In them.
In the urns. Okay.
So, here's what I'm figuring.
Okay.
As I stated. As I said, as I belayed onto you. I got the Ben Drowned wiki thing open here, where I assume it's all compiled. And I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
I'm going to read it. It's going to be a nice little story time. It'll be a good time, good feelings.
Okay. Well, I hunt down...
Well, that happens. So, you want to jump from pot to pot. You don't have to jump down afterwards.
Oh, that's good to know.
So... You ready for this? You ready for me to regale you?
Let's go.
All right, first I need a drink.
Damn it, Nick!
I'm building up the suspense. Basically, it's a scary ghost story. Based on a guy who played Majora's Mask one time. And on September 7th, 2010, he wrote thusly.